Greetings, Africa. My name is Thulani Mrhetjha. I'm from South Africa. I'm from the organization that is called Cidasa. Cidasa is the organization that is representing the cannabis and hemp industry development. We are an advocacy group that aims to promote the development of an industry for cannabis and hemp in the 21st century and also in the fourth industrial revolution. We are located in South Africa, but we also operate within the region of SADC region and Africa as a whole, because our focus is to make sure that the development of cannabis industry it becomes very professional and we'll be able to create employment and change the lives of most of Africans. So today, on the day of 420, we are very happy to celebrate the 420 for 2020. We are also taking note of the corona situation that is happening in our continent. We say people they should stay at home. We are encouraging everyone to take the precautions for safety for staying at home. Corona 2020. Unfortunately, we couldn't have the physical event where we'll be meeting and celebrating our 420. Let us look at the 420 celebration. The 420 celebration is an old theme that started in the US, where all the people who are using cannabis, they came together to celebrate the day for 420. It's very important that we as the users of cannabis, or we as the people in the development industry of cannabis, we should have a lot of events that will aim to educate our people, that will aim to share awareness and to empower our people. The main thing for now in the industry that we should focus on is to create education and awareness, unlock the opportunities that lies within the industry of cannabis and hemp. We cannot separate the hemp and cannabis. They all go together. They differ. As you deal more with the science or the research more, you'll understand that they do differ, but it's from the one family. So we combine the cannabis industry and the hemp industry because we know that these two industries, they have a potential to elevate poverty in our continent, as Africa is known as one of the poorest continents in the world. So we have an opportunity now in the 21st century that we create a better life for our communities. This industry, as is opening now in the Africa continent, we call upon all the Africans and the African state within the region, within the country, within the continent, to come together and mobilize themselves and work together in cooperatives to make sure that they benefit from this industry, economically, socially, politically, and spiritually. As we know that cannabis or hemp, it has a lot of benefits, ranging from economical benefits to spiritual benefits. So we are requesting countries to take the initiative of coming together, of promoting education and awareness in this industry. As we are in the beginning of this industry development here in Africa, as we know that Africa, the cannabis, it was demonized, it was called evil, but now the opportunity is open. Here in South Africa, 2018, the law was open, and other countries are following. Zimbabwe has passed the law, Malawi has passed the law, and other countries, they've passed the law within the region. So other countries, they will follow as we see the trend. But let us look at the cannabis on its own. Cannabis, it has a lot of benefits, from spiritual, economical, monetary and a lot of benefits, and medicinal also. So as we celebrate the 420 this year, it's very, very important that we celebrate our 420 through positive impact to our community. Let us add value to our community in the industry of cannabis and hemp development in the whole continent. Let us mobilize ourselves in the understanding of the industry. Let us teach one another. Let us partner as countries. Let us work together so that we can promote this economic growth. As the African Union has opened the trade policy for us as Africans to trade among one another. So this industry, as is a beginning, as it is opening, we are really encouraged that we as Africans, we can participate in the economic industry of cannabis and hemp through supplying requirements or through supplying the demands that we need from this industry. Like, as you know, we vary from country to country. In the Southern African region, we have the leading country that produce good cannabis, which is Swatini. Swatini can work nicely with Malawi, can work nicely with Lesotho, can work nicely with Ghana, can work nicely with other countries. So we see that for medicinal purpose, there are a lot of benefits that we can get from the cannabis. Medicinal, recreational, and other benefits. We would like to see the Africa growing economically and also taking the full opportunity of creating employment and alleviating poverty through this industry. The only way to do that is for us to increase our research, is for us to understand, is for us to research more and to understand that what are the benefits of cannabis, what are the benefits, what are the good and the bad of cannabis. So once we understand that, we can be able to teach our kids or our generation, the next coming generation, about the reality of life so that they can take over and take care of the growth of the industry and the growth of the continent. Let us look at the hemp. Hemp, it is mostly used in most material things which are made, like the ropes, the one that are used for tying the ships in the ocean. They are made out of hemp, a natural fiber, which is breathing, it has life. Hemp is a very, very good product, which is durable. It lasts for a long time. In Ghana, they make the special cloth that is called kente. Kente is hand woven with the cotton. But we want to see the Ghana community, those who are leading in the woven sector, to produce kente with hemp. So we want to move away from cotton. We want to see ourselves wearing hemp. So the Ghanaian community, those who knows, let us see that we bring innovation into the field of cannabis and industry of the development. Let us see that we bring technology that will assist our people in the industry. So we still want to produce a lot of products with hemp and cannabis. So hemp can produce it can replace the plastic bottle. Hemp, it can replace a lot of things. So we have to make sure that we are the first continent, or we are the first people to produce kente with hemp. So I challenge you all, the weavers there in Ghana, but start sitting down and making sure that the fields of hemp have been planted there for the development of people. Because of when we plant those fields of hemp, we are going to create employment for our sisters and our brothers within the continent. We are going to grow our economy. We are going to make sure that people are happy and everyone does benefit from this industry. As we see, Ghana recently, it also opened the law for the legalization of medicinal cannabis. We are so happy to see African states moving along one direction. We are calling upon all Africans to unite. Let us not become greedy in the industry. And when we see money, we become too much greedy. We want to break and divide the industry. let us build this industry in a way that it will bring a positive results to the continent. As we remember the words of our leaders, the Kwame Nkrumah, when they say we must decolonize our mind, we must work as a one African state. We remember the words of His Majesty Haile Selassie when he founded the AU. He brought all the leaders of Africa who were busy leading in that time to come together and have one goal for the country. So we are urging the continent that the continent, we must have one vision and one goal in the industry of cannabis and hemp. It's very, very important as a continent so that we have a one big goal of growing the continent, not self-enriching ourselves, not being in front of the others with information or with knowledge, but we must make sure that we as Africans, we move parallel. As we celebrate this 420 today, we are so very, very happy to say, let the cannabis industry grow, let the hemp industry grow, let Africa grow, let us all grow, because we have seen that cannabis and hemp, it has a potential to unite people. So we are so very blessed. 2020, celebrating our 420 while we are sitting indoor, blazing our spliff, blazing our chalice. We are happy today. We are very, very happy today. We say the cannabis industry, it must grow. It must become a success of the industry. So we wish the industry of cannabis and hemp a growth. Quickly, for the celebration of this 420, I would like to touch on the goals that are being presented by the United Nations, which are called Sustainable Developmental Goals. These are the 17 goals which are made for us to develop our continent very sustainable. So we will need to adopt these goals for the development of our industry. As some of us, we know these goals, we are used to these goals. So we need to adopt these goals so that we can develop this industry in a positive way. These are the 17 goals to transform our world. These are the 17 sustainable developmental goals. Goal number 1, it says no to poverty. With the industry of cannabis and hemp, we want to create employment. We want to employ people of various professions so that we can be able to eliminate poverty. We want to finish the thing of people are living in poverty, people are suffering. The goal number 2, we want to eliminate hunger. We want to make sure that everyone, he or she sleep at home having something to eat, whether from the garden, whether from where, but hunger must be eliminated. Goal number 3, we want to have a good health and well-being. Through medicinal cannabis, we can have good health and well-being. We can make medicinal products that will aim to promote us and give us more life and more strength. Goal number 4, quality education. We need to have a very, very good quality education about cannabis and hemp so that we can wipe the myth of cannabis is a drug to our communities, so that our people, they can move close towards understanding that they can develop their economy with cannabis. So quality education is very, very needed in this industry. Those who are in the education sector, they must make sure that the education is taken to a lower sector where kids are. From the early childhood development, the kids must be taught about cannabis and its benefit and the impact to the community. So goal number 5, we are going to address the gender equity. As we have seen previously in different sectors, there was no balance of the gender equity. So we are going to be very conscious with this development to make sure that we have female representation in the organization, in the development. We've got female leaders We believe in women in leadership. So we are going to make sure that this gender equity goal is addressed in the entire cannabis and hemp development spectrum. We're going to have clean water and sanitation. With hemp, we can build toilets which are very good, which they promote mobile toilets. So we need to promote the goal of building good sanitation houses with hemp and using cannabis to clean our water. We are going to have affordable and clean energy. That is goal number 7. We should be able to reach the goal number 7. Utilize our cannabis or the strength of cannabis, the oil, so that we convert it to become an energy source, so that we can have life. So cannabis, it has a lot of things that it can do. We are going to address goal number 8 of creating a decent work and economic growth. In this time of fourth industrial revolution and 21st century, we really need to have a decent work and economic growth in the industry of hemp and cannabis. So we are going to address that in the continent of Africa, as we are in the beginning of the start of this industry. Goal number 9, we are going to build industry, innovation and infrastructure. We are going to build the new infrastructures that meet the international standard, that we are going to make sure that we compete at best with other developed countries. And we're going to use the innovative part. That means we want those people who are coming from school with the knowledge to bring their knowledge into the industry, into Africa, to develop Africa. We are going to reduce inequality. As we have seen in previous, that inequality, it has been existing. The gender of the females, they have been suppressed. So we are going to have equal males and equal females in the industry, so that all these problems which are being faced previously are going to are addressed. So we are going to have address goal number 11. We are going to build new cities, moving away from the old cities where our towns or our places, they used to have one city. So we are going to build new cities in around the other cities, so that our people can move and be all over and be able to access the opportunities for development. We are going to teach our people with the responsible consumption and production. That is goal number 12. We don't promote people to smoke cannabis. They must smoke for a reason. But we say responsible consumption and production. So be responsible as you use it, and take care of your needs, and be responsible. Be responsible, just use it with the responsibility and have a reason. We are going to address the goal for climate action. Goal number 13. As we see that climate action is very important, so we need to address goal number 13 for climate action, and make sure that we plant more greening in our area and address the pollution in our space. Planting of more hemp in our area. So it's very important that we plant hemp in our area, so that we can address this goal. Life below water, goal number 14. We're going to address that. And life on land, goal number 15, which is very critical. When we plant in hemp, cannabis is going to release oxygen and swallow carbon dioxide, and we have more life on land. We're going to have peace and justice and strong institution. That means if we address goal number 16, we are going to build the institutions that are going to address formal regulations of the industry for cannabis and hemp in a formal way, that people, they don't violate these laws of cannabis. People, they must stay in the laws and the regulation. That is a peace and strong institution, goal number 16. We're going to address goal number 17, to partner for the goal with various countries. Israel, we partner with them. We partner with African countries, so that we can progress as a nation. So those are very important goals that we should take as we develop this industry. I would like to wish everyone around a happy 420 today. So Let's celebrate it. Especially and pen our sleeve. From us, Cidasa, we are so thankful for the opportunity to present. Thank you. We thank you from Cidasa. We say we are thank you for the opportunity to be part of the 420. So let us all enjoy responsibly. Thank you.